Brett Baty has a bat in his hands in the dugout. Mets are scheduled to send up Vogelbach, Marte, and Canha in the bottom of the ninth against the Rays closer Jason Adam.
Well, there's Adams' numbers, and they are sparkling. No walks and 5 walks, I should say, which means doesn't walk people, doesn't give up hits. Look at the ERA, 5 out of 7 saves.
We saw him earlier in his career with the Cubs. He was a journeyman reliever, but like so many pitchers who go to Tampa Bay, from the day he got to the Rays, they encouraged him to throw his slider and his changeup and not as many fastballs, and he has become a star. Daniel Vogelbach up for the second time. Vogelbach was brought in as a pinch hitter in the 6th inning. Kevin Cash responded with Jake Diekman, the lefty, and Diekman got Vogelbach looking to end the 6th inning. Now facing the right-hander Adam.
Another short armor, Gary, throwing like a catcher.
Change up taken down 2-0.
Right from the ear.
Adam started out with Kansas City, then Toronto, 2 years with the Cubs, now his 2nd year with the Rays. ERA under 2 last year and again this year. And that changeup misses low and away, and he's behind on Vogelbach. 3-0. Mets need a couple of base runners to have a chance. Marte on deck, Canha due to follow, probably Baty to bat for Canha, and then Vientos. 3-0 coming, and that's inside, ball 4. So Vogelbach draws the walk, and the Mets have the leadoff man on in the 9th. Just the 6th walk in 17 innings for Jason Adam. With Vogelbach not carrying the tying run, Mets will not run for him. And Marte will come up to try and get aboard and get that tying run to bat. Marte is 1 for 3 today. Had a base hit to right field in the 4th. And Adam fires a fastball for a strike. 0-1. Baty on deck to bat for Canha. And then Vientos behind him. Vientos' 2-run homer has been the sum total of the Mets offense tonight. And Marte grounds one behind the bag at third, a foul ball. Just foul as Walls was ready to field and fire. 0-2 now to Marte. Was running it out. He'll come back. Mets are in danger of going their 8th straight series without a victory, unless they can win this game tonight and set up a rubber game tomorrow. Last time they won a series was at Dodger Stadium in the middle of April. Split the next series in San Francisco, lost the next 5, and then split 4 in Washington. 0-2 to Marte. Long hold. And misses up high, 1-2. I mean, the long hold is not for the runner.
No.
It's to try and get the hitter flat-footed.
I don't think that he's worried, especially with a 3-run lead. I don't care if it was a tie ball game.
One-two from Adam, and Marte is hit by the pitch. That one hurt. Remember, he suffered a broken finger on a hit by pitch last September, but he appears to be okay as he goes down to first, and that gets the tying run to bat with Brett Baty coming up to pinch hit. So the Mets have a chance here in the 9th, and now Marte shows a little pain, shaking out that right hand. And now down in a squat as the athletic trainer takes a look. It's Joe Golia out there to test his grip strength. Thought it got him down toward the right wrist.
On the top hand. Yeah, it got him flush on the wrist.
So a big spot for Brett Baty to pinch hit. He'll bat for Canha. Beatty hit a home run last night, one of the 3 home runs the Mets hit in the series opener. Marte will stay in. So with a walk and a hit by pitch, Mets get the tying run to bat, and it's the kids who will have the chance. Beatty at the plate, Vientos on deck, Alvarez behind him.
The stage is set.
Beatty's 0 for 2 as a pinch hitter. He's batting for Canha. Vogel back at second, Marte at first, nobody out. And Beatty takes the first pitch, changeup for a strike, 0-1. Jason Adams does a lot of changeups.
Yes, he does.
40% of the time changeups, 35% of the time sliders. And you're chanting Beatty. And there's the slider, and it misses away, and now it's 1-1. Adam does not look sharp. That's hoping to take advantage. Mets have not had a walk-off win this year. Adams saved 5 games. He's also blown a couple this year. And Beatty gets ahead of the slider and pulls it foul, 1-2.
Good slider right there. You don't want to become too predictable with that changeup.
Not only have the Mets not had a walk-off win this year, they have not come from 3 runs down to win. Their biggest comeback victory this year is down 2. Trying to pull one off tonight. 1-2 coming. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a fastball. So after all the changeups and sliders, Adam throws a fastball by Beatty for the first out in the bottom of the 9th.
Outer half of the plate under it.
So 1 out, and now Mark Vientos. He's already had 1 shining moment tonight. Hit a 2-run homer in the 7th, his 2nd major league home run, coming in his 1st game of the year. And he takes the first pitch changeup down for ball 1. Vogel back at second, Marte at first with 1 out. And Vientos takes a slider for a strike. Boy, that one took a sharp left turn. 1-1.
Backed up inside.
Francisco Alvarez on deck on a cool night at Citi Field. Mets hoping for some rookie heroics. And Vientos pops it up. Shallow center field. Siri in a few strides. Wind grabbing it, 2 out.
Boy, he had a good cut at that one. He just got under it.
So the Mets are down to their final out of the night, and it's left to Francisco Alvarez. Mets got the first 2 men on, but Adams struck out Beatty, got Vientos on the pop-up, and now here's Alvarez, who's grounded out to short all 3 at bats. Francisco with 3 home runs this year, tying run at the plate in a 5-2 game with the Mets down to their final out. And Alvarez takes a slider out of the strike zone for ball 1. Patience, patience, patience. It's been the hard part for Alvarez in these RBI situations. Hitting just 150 with runners in scoring position this year. And he drives one deep left field. That goes Raley. That ball's out of here. And the game is tied. Off the facing of the second deck, Francisco Alvarez brings the Mets back from the brink with a 3-run homer in the bottom of the 9th to tie the game at 5. The rookies have stepped front and center. Vientos a 2-run homer in the 7th. Alvarez a 3-run homer in the 9th to get the Mets even.
Hanging slider.
4th home run of the year for Alvarez, and none larger. 5-5. Here's Nimmo. And Brandon takes a strike. Happy times for the Mets youngsters. 23-year-old Vientos, 21-year-old Alvarez with the 2 big blows. And now Nimmo takes a changeup off the plate, 1-1.
Well, on a tee right here in the wheelhouse. Down, and he knew he hit it.
He bought a Ford.
Big hit.
And slider in for a strike to Nimmo, 1-2. David Robertson is up in the bullpen getting ready for the 10th inning if it arrives. Well, the Mets have needed this kind of infusion of energy. They've gotten it tonight. And Nimmo goes down swinging, and we'll go to extra innings at Citi Field. Mets down to their final out, but Francisco Alvarez brings them back. 5-5 as we go to the 10th. Well, Pete Fairbanks was just activated yesterday from the injured list. He was closing some games early in the season for Tampa Bay, and he'll come on to pitch looking for the save in the bottom of the 10th with the Rays up 7-5. Big insurance run. Josh Lowe driving in Harold Ramirez to make it 7-5.
And another kind of a flat hanging slider. And that is a big clutch hit right there.
Well, the Mets have come from behind twice in this game. Vientos tied it with a 2-run homer in the 7th. Alvarez tied it with a 3-run homer in the 9th. Christian Betancourt comes in to catch. Nimmo will be the free runner at second base. McNeil will lead off in the bottom of the 10th with the Mets down by 2. Boy, that second run is just so enormous under these new rules. Jason Adam gave up the 3 runs in the 9th. He'll probably stand to be the winning pitcher if Fairbanks makes it hold up. Here's McNeil up for the 3rd time. McNeil was robbed of a hit when he pinch hit in the 6th on a good play by Siri. Then he struck out in the 8th. Fairbanks can really bring it. Averages 97.5 on his fastball.
Another short armor, Gary. These the Tampa Bay Rays, they like these unorthodox pitchers as far as their delivery is concerned.
Fairbanks was hurt a good portion of last year. He's now in his 5th season with Tampa Bay. When healthy, he is hard to hit. And McNeil laying off the slider, and he stopped it in time. 2 balls and a strike. McNeil's had 1 prior at bat against Fairbanks, 0 for 1. Lindor on deck, and then Alonso to get somebody on, and then have Pete hit one out of the ballpark and send everybody home happy. Mets could use a little happiness right now. McNeil swinging and missing at a high fastball, and it's 2-2.
Very seldom you see Jeff go out of the strike zone.
Trying to get it started a little quicker against this hard-throwing right-hander. 2-2 coming. And he loops one behind the second baseman. That's going to drop for a base hit. Nimmo to third. He'll be held up there. And the Mets have the tying runs on base with Lindor coming up.
Everybody's getting hurt on breaking stuff.
That's
both sides.
Great at bat by McNeil.
I'll say.
Mets have been in fight back mode all night.
Yeah,
that was a tough at bat. So now Lindor, who is 2 for 4 tonight, tying runs on base, nobody out. Alonso on deck, and Lindor gets a breaking ball and fouls it off. 0-1. Rays have used 7 pitchers tonight. Ryan Thompson gave up the 2-run homer to Vientos in the 7th. Jason Adam gave up the 3-run homer to Alvarez that tied it with 2 out in the 9th. Mets trying to come back yet again in the 10th. And Lindor fouls one at the plate on the slider, and it's 0-2. Alonso looms on deck. Rays 7 runs, 10 hits. The Mets 5 runs and 7 hits. Fairbanks ahead 0-2. And Lindor just got a piece on a ball that almost hit him.
That ball was a foot inside. Well, the people that stayed here to watch this game seeing a finish.
We've seen a couple of finishes already. That guy had a big finish in him in the 9th. Tied up by like a pretzel on that last pitch. Well, breaking stuff from Fairbanks. Here's the 0-2, and he swings and misses at the pitch in the dirt, and that's the first out in the bottom of the 10th.
Well, the hard curve got ahead. Got Francisco to fish.
So now it's Alonso. One big swing of Pete's bat.
You can win it.
0 for 4 tonight. Had a home run last night. And takes the first pitch slider for a strike, 0-1. Fairbanks, who throws about as hard as anybody, has really loved his slider in this game. Alonso drives one deep left field, really going back. It's out of here, and the Mets win it. Into the second deck. Alonso, a 3-run shot, and the Mets walking off for the first time this year. One to grow on for the New York Mets. The 2 youngsters kept the minute, and the best home run hitter in baseball wins it in the bottom of the 10th with a 3-run blast into the second deck, and the Mets win the game 8-7 in 10.
Wow. So many good things happen in this ball game.
Kodai Senga got it started with 12 strikeouts in 6 innings. Mets were shut out for the first 6, but Mark Vientos, his first day in the big leagues in 2023, tied it up. Mets were down to their final out, and Francisco Alvarez had a 3-run homer in the 9th, and Pete Alonso ends it with a 3-run blast to win it.
Little cutter, and Pete up to the task. I mean, a bomb. Wow, what a game.
Mets have been waiting all year for a night like tonight, facing the best team in baseball. They were on the deck 3 separate times, and they came back all 3. The kids got it done, and the polar bear puts an end to it.